Hello, hello, one and all. Brandon Carey here once again, and we are continuing Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. As you know, we've already beaten the game, but as of last time, we have started the DLC case for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which is Rise from the Ashes. So we are now doing the DLC. So we finished the first half of the first trial, but we still have one more half to go. Yeah, they're always like this. This is kind of the usual. Remember, prosecutors have a 99.9% success rate in Japan. So if the defense attorney's up shit's creek, if it feels like that's the case, it's because it is. You think American legal system sucks, and it does. I assure you the Japanese one is worse. Pretty much is apt. Should call to the judge's chambers. Something to do with that piece of cloth. No, you don't need to shoot during trial around until till the second trial, the second day. This is only the first day, so we're still gonna be up shit's creek with a paddle, without a paddle. However that analogy is phrased, I'm struggling to remember at this point. Aw, poor Phoenix. Hola, partner. People in the... Let's say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Of course, I'm American. Of course I can do a cowboy accent. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than the fort in enemy territory. Where the fuck that means? All the police have... Okay. The police are on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about the people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with the scarves. Wow. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? The red breeze and slender neck. Ooh. She was wearing a red muffler. At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. So her scarf was gone in between when she was caught and before at the party. They train these cables. She wasn't wearing a scarf in the picture, but she was wearing a scarf earlier. That's good to know. Remember, partner, sometimes you just gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. So there's like 100% chance he's the next witness, right? I haven't had steak sauce in a while. I don't typically... You don't put steak sauce on a steak unless it's over or undercooked. Hey, Xenochrist. If a steak is cooked perfectly, there's no need for steak sauce, so I don't put it on a lot of my steaks. All right. Exactly, Chris. You see what I'm saying? Good steak doesn't need sauce. It stands on its own. But well done steak needs sauce, because that shit be dry. I'd like to resume? Why is that a question, Judge? Oh, that's why it's a question. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. You're doubled over, your back is bent. Did someone poison Edgy Poo? This can't happen. It can't be. This can't happen. I don't... Someone's... Clearly he's having a bad day, but I don't know why, because... Trial didn't go that poorly for him. We were somebody to know the trial. The recess I had requested the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Who is this dude? He's huge. Temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. That's a unique soundtrack, too, for him. Ah, it's you! It's you, good boy. We gonna say something? Udgy? Udgy? Sorry I'm late, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, Udgy as in the judge. Udgy as in the judge. Okay, I get it now. We comprehend. It's all in my head now. Busy schmizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. I don't know, but if they're exes, cheers. Toast to them. I can't believe this man's judge's ex-boyfriend. I don't know what the judge is like. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. So sorry our little worthy is giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Surely. Little worthy? You don't know the district chief of police? Oh, he's the head cop. Fuck his family. Fuck him and his entire family line. Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone. What are you doing here, by the way? You have a trial we're about to do. So that came to this courtroom hasn't. It's been 2 years since the chief of police has been in court. Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Oh, it's the scarf. It's the muffler. Alright, so we have a muffler. A muffler is now in the scene. This guy really was wearing that muffler. To think this was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh, on little Worthy's car, no less. The muffler was in a muffler. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oops. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking the signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. I get it. I get it. Fucking loser. But you're the person in charge, so I expect you to apologize to me today. Are you serious? Sounds like there's some internal politics between the cops and the prosecution's office. We'll find a way to clean up the mess that you made. Uh-oh. This kind of blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Just to be sure, I'd like you to take a look at this blade of this knife. Could you open up for me, I wonder? Switching. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Oh my god, Judge. If I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore and shout objection at them. Oh, God. Alright, let's do some analysis. There's a small tag on this knife. SL92. Okay, so it's a police code. Letters like this, or letters that look a lot like this somewhere. Oh, yes! Yes! I know what she's getting at. Oh, the blade's broken! The knife blade is broken off. Probably blood. This does not excuse the actions of the police departments. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure, sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Oh boy, this is going to be a case. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess! The time of the crime, 5:15? Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Oh boy. There was a murder at the police department. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oops. Here at the department, we're all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Ignore the fact that there's an audience for this trial. Well, Mr. Wright, the chances of that are really slim. Yeah. Well, we can prove a link. This night is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to connection between the knife. I want to press this first, and if I don't get what I need, I might be able to present evidence. We'll see. To the case, don't you? There's a lot of things that go on at the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. About the knife that will give us a clue? Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Yes, I know what it is. That had me stumped all this time. So how are things down at the department? No, we're gonna go back and we're gonna present this tag. Objection! Wait a second! At last, an honest to goodness objection! This knife has to have something to do with the Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Honest to goodness, what do you mean from Uchi? This is great! He's having the time of his life. You know what? Live your life, cop. The tag on this knife, it reads SL92. This is important because the paper we got says SL9. Flip it around. Flip it. It's upside down, yes. SL92, 221. SL9. Yes, it matches the knife. You have a connection. You have a connection, so spill the beans, old man. Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? Yes, we did it. Now it's time to do some actual work. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Press. Day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good shit, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. I think there isn't a connection there. Huh. See if... How? Because I'm the chief of police! I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand? You can provide there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties two murders together. Killed, okay. The police department can be a coincidence. Let me check this knife out. Huh. A little dumbfounded, actually, as to what I'm supposed to do here. have something I can present here. But honestly, I'm not sure what. Let's just keep pressing and see what happens. Let's go to the police department. That's a fact surprising, isn't it, Dudgy? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? There was a suspect, just arrest him, in fact. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. You might give me a date on your case. Ooh, good one, this kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where is the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The case was stolen from the department's evidence room. So the knife was stolen from the evidence room. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. So now we have the link. The vision is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? The place mentioned the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Mentioned the victim had on him a case number of the knife on the knife's evidence tag. You know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. I agree. I agree. This is the same case. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Request you release your information on the victim to the police at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Need the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Wow. He's being very cooperative. Press it. We're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Try to get what I can out of him. How about we tell us the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Don't get your hopes up. The number is... No. There we go. That's quite long. I have to remember these. It drives me... And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. Right. This tells me something, yes. It does. We have an ID card happening, coincidentally. Now, what does this mean? It tells you something. What does it tell you? Take that! Witness! You're pretending like a schoolgirl on prom. You're pretending like a schoolgirl on prom night. Like an anime fan on prom night. It's just... I got confused. And this is news. Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Murdered at one time. Except they're the same person. Oh ho! No. It's the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personal ID is a top secret. Goodman's ID number is the same fucking number. This means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. Wait. The number the chief of front police gave us was the same number. It's the same fucking number. It's the same fucking number! Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. Numbers are identical. In other words, detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. But how is that possible when apparently our client shivved him in the parking lot? Just think about that. Oh, Shopper's attack, right? Shopper's attack. He was killed in the underground parking lot, but apparently he fucking wasn't. Bruce Goodman was killed at the police department and at the parking lot at roughly the same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in a different room entirely? That is a good question. No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? You oversight the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Oh yeah, the guy that Edgeworth shoot out. Oh, oops. But it is I remember this scene. Oh, Edgeworth, you did a fucky-wucky. You don't mean him! According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Bruce Goodman ordered the police department evidence room. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. God! Why didn't your officer tell me? Challenged. Oops. Oof. I mean, he's a cop, so... A gross negligence on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Not my problem. This sounds like not my problem, Edgeworth. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Second rule of what was the second rule of evidence law? No, it's Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Just made a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. His report wasn't on that list. So what does this mean? I couldn't submit this as evidence until a connection was proven in court. Connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. No. No! Poor Edgeworth is having a bad day today. A really bad day. It comes the end of this trial. I know you're going through a rough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of this, what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get this results this time. Really? You have my profound apologies, sir. Oh well. Since given the rules of this legal system, I actually find it sincerely difficult, if not impossible, to believe that this is the first time we had an error this bad. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. It's gonna have to be, Your Honor. It's gonna have to be. The punishment is for this. I hope your sake is not decisive. Oof. Oof. Big oof for Edgeworth. Edgeworth, oof. But we did get through the trial. Trial is now complete. Which means it's time for the next part.